Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending this morning's news availability. My name is Mandy Meyer, and I'm with the Saskatchewan RCMP. I will be assisting Tina today and moderating. Please ensure your microphone is on mute until your name is called for Q&A if you're one of our reporter participants. The format for today's availability includes hearing from our spokespersons, followed by a brief question and answer period, and then any closing remarks. Before we begin, I'm just checking here. I'm not sure who is available for our spokespersons today, but we'll open it up now. I'm not sure if Chief Fabian Head from Earth Cree Nation is here. Chief, if you are here, the floor is yours to begin speaking. Okay. Chief Marcel Head from Shoal Lake Cree Nation, are you available? Okay, we will move on to Inspector Murray Chamberlain, and we can come back as well to Chief Head and Chief Head from Red Earth and Shoal Lake later on if they're able to participate. Inspector Murray Chamberlain, CHAMBERLIN, with the Saskatchewan RCMP's North District Management Team, is speaking on behalf of Carrot River RCMP today. Inspector Chamberlain.
Good morning, everyone. Ground searches have continued since our last update on Friday. As mentioned then, an area of approximately 92 square kilometers has been searched. We have a map which shows the Red Earth Cree Nation and the surrounding areas, which we can provide to news agencies upon request. We're able to track where searchers have been using GPS technology. Those are the colored lines and patches that you will see on that map. Tools like this allow us to record our search efforts and allow us to make informed decisions about where to search in the days to come. As we, along with many other organizations and individuals involved in this search effort, continue to look for Frank. Now that we have extensively searched the community and the area around it, and that given the ice on the Carrot River is now broken up, we will focus on the water. Over the next few days, the Saskatchewan RCMP will be using boats and other methods to search the Carrot River for any sign of Frank. We continue to encourage the public to share any information about Frank's whereabouts. Anyone who has information or who finds items of interest, such as clothing that seems to be out of place, should contact the Carrot River RCMP immediately. We also would like to thank everyone who has shared information with us or who has helped share Frank's picture and description. We thank the Red Earth Cree Nation leadership and the many individuals and groups who are actively searching for him. We remain committed to locating Frank. Thank you.
Thank you, Inspector Chamberlain. Do we have anyone here today from the Prince Albert Grand Council or the Federation of Sovereign Indigenous Nations who will speak today? Okay, what we will do is we will open it up to some questions. The other participants maybe weren't able to join this morning, and we'll go from there. Let's open it up to some chat questions here. Give me one moment, please. We have a question, Inspector Chamberlain. I'm not sure if you'll be able to respond to this one. The missing vulnerable person alert was canceled. Why was this done?
I don't have a specific answer because I wasn't involved in that process. However, I would guess that the decision would be made based on the likelihood that having that information disseminated to the public would be of value at this time.
Thank you. We have another question here. Can Inspector Chamberlain please describe the tips that have been received? We have heard that some tips have been received as far away as Edmonton.
I can't go into any specific tips. However, I can say that all tips have been actively investigated, and at this time, none of them have led to any information about Frank's whereabouts.
Thank you. Does anyone have any other questions? I have received a note that Chief Head is unavailable this morning, and he apologizes for that. We do have one more question here. Can the Inspector Chamberlain describe how they've been deciding where to search and where to search next? Maybe you can talk about the water searches that are anticipated.
Search areas were decided upon based on the probability of how far a 5-year-old could travel. And they were designed on search radiuses around the areas where we believe he was last seen. So those areas, as I said, have been thoroughly searched at this point in time, and they continue to be researched and covered again. Because of that, as I said, our focus now will be to move our searchers towards the water. Now that the river is open, we have the opportunity to do that safely. So that will involve utilizing boats up and down the river, RCMP boats, as well as there's a number of civilian boats have been working on the river. And we will continue with that for a number of weeks.
Thank you. We have a question, and sir, I'm not sure if you're able to respond. I know you were there yesterday. Has the area been getting any snow this week? And how has the weather complicated or changed the search in any way?
I was out there yesterday. I was actually out there Thursday and then again yesterday. The snowpack is decreasing significantly visibly with the warm weather we had over the weekend. However, this has led to some complications, especially for the ground searchers. A number of areas are flooded. The muskeg the areas are very, very wet, and it's causing issues. They were trying to use ATVs, which were getting stuck. They tried Argos, and even that wasn't overly successful. Even searchers on foot. I've been speaking to the searchers yesterday. They're wet. It's hard going. It's just the spring runoff and melt has definitely complicated things.
Have there been more days of ice breakup that impacted the search over the weekend? Any concerns, I guess, or risk associated to the risk breakup that is happening that the searchers are encountering?
I don't think so. When I was there yesterday, the river appears to be wide open. I didn't see any ice. So I think that risk, for the most part, has gone away as Mother Nature has warmed the things up and melted the ice.
And we have a question here about the maps mentioned, and yes, we can send those out to everyone. I'm sorry I don't have those available currently, but I will send those out. And those are just, it's a map of the areas that have been searched thus far. Who decides, sir? Are we able to provide a response to who decides when a search such as this ends?
Every search is unique and has to be continually assessed. We'll search until we're confident we've exhausted all investigative opportunities. In this case, as I said, we're going to focus our efforts on the Carrot River, and we'll continue to follow up any leads that may come up during that time.
Thank you. Just maybe one last question here that perhaps the RCMP can speak to. Sir, are you able to say who is taking part in the search? Are they volunteers from the local community, other people from surrounding communities elsewhere? Can you provide a little bit of insight into that, please?
When I was there yesterday, there was ground searchers from Red Earth and the surrounding communities. There was a number of provincial and RCMP resources searching as well. The Lloydminster Rescue team was there yesterday afternoon. So searchers from a number of different areas continue to support and actively search for Frank.
Thank you. That is all we have for questions. Sir, do you have any closing remarks?
Only to say thank you to everyone that's assisted in this, and we continue to actively seek to find Frank.
Thank you very much. Have I missed any other spokespersons that were able to join us today to this news conference? Please unmute yourselves and you can have the floor to speak. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today for the news conference.
Recording stopped.